Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Quadash, double honor to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the great millstone. Shalom, mercy, and safety to all of the Akim on the highways and byways, preaching the word in sincerity and in truth, and a healthy shalom to the elect. My name is Ruwai, and I'm back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right, this will be pretty quick. Lord willing, just wanted to bring this out. I was able to watch the response video to the bombing. If you didn't know, America has stepped into the Israel and Iran smoke, war, tension, conflict, and now America is all the way in. Donald Trump has just sent B-52 bombers in those bunker busters that we've been hearing about the past few weeks, and they let loose on Iran's nuclear sites, and it's lit. It's absolutely fucking lit right now. All right. But watching Trump's debrief, not response, but debriefing after he greenlit those attacks on the nuclear sites in Iran, he comes on and speaks about what he's done. Now, this lesson, I'm going to go into the absolute pride. What I seen on this devil, and you're going to see it in a second if you haven't already, is the absolute foolish pride of ESAU'S. And then look at everybody who's standing behind him. You see the vice president. You see Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State. I think he is. And then this other Edomite on his side. Just the pride of ESAU'S, man. It's absolute. It's funny as hell. These devils are prideful as a mug. But be as it may, let's check this out. It's a couple minutes. I may play it all. And let's get into the scriptures, man, to prove who these people are and to prove that this is all an exercise of futility, because they're being controlled in more ways than one. And, you know, they've started their own demise, which is prophecy anyway. So let's play this and look at the pride on DJ Trump and ESAU'S ultimately. Even the walk up is very, very prideful. These devils, man.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive...
Slakia. Fair use, fair use, fair use. I don't know if they'll strike it for playing this from Associated Press. Who knows? Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's see what happens.
Precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks would be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran...
You see the pride? You know, DJ Trump, he's a bug out anyway. But the pride, okay, and that's why I'm going with this lesson. The pride, man. And Trump is the perfect man for the job, man. He's perfect.
Has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to a...
And you see he's also pledging his allegiance and alliance with, okay, Israel. All right. And, you know, he said it, Bibi Netanyahu, okay, the prime minister, the guy who runs Israel, the so-called president over there, pledging his allegiance to them.
Facing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yo. This is funny, man. The pride on these Edomites, man. You know, you could laugh. I seen this yesterday, and I'm like, these niggas is proud to the mug. But again, just having pride, right? That this type of pride. He's talking about how no other military could have did this and this, that, and the third, and just talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? As if they're untouchable. And that is the mindset that they're in. We really can't be touched. All right, but he's in a trick bag, and those who are with him and who believe in America's power, they're in a trick bag. All right, because we do know there's going to be other major countries who are going to turn on Babylon the Great. Thus saith the scriptures. Okay, but this video was about pride. Okay, the pride of Esau, Edom, the pride in his military, the pride in the whole system, the pride in the allies that they have. Okay, and then he also mentions at the end, "We love you, God." And it's just like, man, oh man. Things have made a turn for the worse, and you can see Esau, Edom's pride. So I just want to bring out a couple of scriptures, man, to prove the point. This is Proverbs 26:12. It says, "Seest thou a man in his Salakia? Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him." Okay, is this guy not wise in his own conceit? Okay, because he's puffed up. He knows America's military ain't no joke, ain't nothing to fuck with. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean America's not going to get smoked, because they are, thus saith the scriptures. All right, but this man is wise in his own conceit, and that pride allows him to come on TV to first of all, to push the button to bomb Iran and the nuclear facilities, but then come back on during the debrief and talk hot and just talk as if, it's water under the bridge, like it's a walk in the park. All right. It says, seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him. Right. So little do Trump know, hey, man, there ain't no hope in what he's doing. The W is not on the horizon for Babylon the Great. Okay. This is all a setup for the fall. All right. There is more hope of a fool than in him. Okay. So this setup that we're seeing is for the fall of Babylon and for America to be destroyed. All right. And that's what we are about to witness, man. We are actually witnessing it now. But we're seeing the pride on Esau Edom on display. All right. So I got a couple more scriptures. Like I said, this ain't gonna be long. Just wanted to play that video to show how arrogant and how prideful DJ Trump and Esau Edom is. This is Proverbs 16 and 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Okay? So pride goeth before destruction, man. So this pride that we're seeing is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's showing itself, it's rearing its head. Okay? Right before the fall. Okay? Before the fall of Babylon, before destruction. Okay? So this is what we're supposed to be seeing. We're supposed to be seeing Babylon the Great, their other allies, with the spirit of pride on them. Mainly Babylon the Great, mainly America. And boy, oh boy, are we seeing it, okay, in a real way. Live, front and center, we're seeing it, all right? These devils always been this way. This system, this regime, Babylon the Great, has always been this way, all right? But with Trump, we're seeing it on a level where we've never really seen it before. His pride and the way that he talks, it's like perfect pride. The way this guy talks. Let me go back a second.
Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin-Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight.
Yeah, you see? That's that pride. Proverbs 16 and 18 again, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. This is what we're watching. We're watching pride, okay? And what does the scripture say? Okay? Pride goeth before destruction. So this is what we're seeing. Even the action is pride. Him bombing it, that's pride. They felt good enough to bomb it. Of course, they got to defend Israel, But then he'll come on in the debrief and just talk, with more pride, with a mouth full of pride. Okay? It says pride go up before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. So we do know Babylon the Great is about to fall. Okay? Without a shadow of a doubt. All right? And we're seeing the pride of this devil on full display. Okay? Let's see. Let me go here. We're still in Proverbs. All right, this is Proverbs 8 and 13. It says, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy. Okay? This arrogant. Ain't no who's more arrogant than DJ Trump. We don't know one. This dude is arrogant like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back. This dude is arrogant, man. The fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. Okay, so that goes for Trump and anybody else who, you know, is prideful in all of their ways and arrogant. Okay, you know, because this administration and administrations before, it really doesn't matter who's in the seat, who's the face of the seat. They're going to carry out the bidding of the elite no matter what. And ultimately, they are going to follow prophecy without knowing. Okay, they are part of prophecy. They are ushering in the prophecies as they're supposed to happen. And hey, call hello Yahweh Bashim Avashai. Let's bring it on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it on. And it's hot. It's hot. We're closer to the end than we were yesterday. Okay, and yesterday we was closer than we was the day before that. All right. So let's see. I'll read this. I won't bring it up. I'll just read it. Micah 2:2. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, right? So this is what Babylon the Great does. They create narratives. They go over, not minding their business. They're allies with other countries. They go join wars, not minding their business. Okay? Take over countries, take over nations, take their natural resources. This is what Babylon the Great has done for many, many, many years. Okay, they covet fields, they take over. It says, and take them, they covet fields and take them by violence, right? And that's what we're seeing now. Okay, they want regime change. They're saying that they don't want Iran with nukes. But who the hell are you to tell a country what they can and can't do or what you want? Right? So they use their status, their money, their power. Okay, and they pretty much try to govern the world, tell them what they can and can't do. All right. So that's it, man. I just wanted to bring that out, man. The pride of Esau Edom is on full display. Okay. And ultimately, we know the pride that we're seeing of Esau Edom is the prelude to the downfall of Esau Edom. Okay. And the downfall and destruction of America, aka Babylon the Great. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this again because it's funny. You know. So that's all I got, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. These devils are going down. This country is about to fall, and we are all witnessing it. We do know, again, I'll say this. We still know the MOTB has to take place. Okay. But this war and what's happening could very well be a part of them possibly. This is the scenario that I see, and I speak as a man. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I'll say this. This war could be a situation to where Iran or whoever, or even a false flag done by America in this corrupt, evil place, they could do a false flag out here, shut the system down, shut things down, right? Possibly try to shut the internet down or whatever. And the way they're going to try to pick it back up is going to be the chip. That's my own assessment. But this war and this smoke with these countries could very well play a role in, the MOTB being implemented. All right. But again, we'll have to wait and see. It doesn't matter, regardless of what. Prophecies are coming to pass. The Lord is about to return. The elect is about to be delivered. Shalom.